wasn't recruiting.
Good morning at all of you. Good morning, friends and neighbors. Welcome to Boquete. Welcome, my friends from Boquete. My name is Karen Rubenstein, and I'm speaking here on behalf of Amigos del Parque. Muy buenos días, señora alcalde, señora gobernadora. No. Los representantes que son aquí, muchas gracias para asistir con nosotros. Bienvenidos a todos. Bienvenidos a todos. We're gathered today in this beautiful, beautiful setting, this beautiful park, a place of community and reflection and nature, to dedicate a very special area of the park for the Peterson family. And it's the bench over there, and something that is about to be shown over here. You will see. The generosity and vision that have helped make this park possible, as well as the library. The Petersons' commitment will continue to enrich our community for generations to come. It's been said that the purpose of life is to leave it a little better than you found it, to leave the world a little better than you found it. And the Peterson family truly exemplifies this spirit. Today we're going to hear words of gratitude and reflection, not only about what has been accomplished, but about the future we will be building together. It's a celebration of community and a display of what we can all do together. And now it's my honor to introduce the mayor, Eduardo Rodriguez. Tu apodo es El Mayo.
El Mayo.
Y for those who don't know, El Mayo means that he's a twin.
Yes.
And that's his nickname. He's the twin. So, the mayor has been a great supporter of the park, of the Dedicación, of the library, and of course, he has done such wonderful things for this town of Boquete. And therefore, it's wonderful to meet you and to hear from you. Thank you.
Primeramente, darle las gracias a Dios por cada momento que nos da, por la vida y la salud. Agradecer a todos los que están aquí, toda la comunidad. Agradecer a todo el equipo de la Fundación Biblioteca Boquete, que hace un gran trabajo por mantener este parque, por la biblioteca, por todo lo que brinda al distrito. A la familia Peterson, a Brian, a Susana, a su hijo Daniel, su esposa Elena, a toda su familia. Gracias por esa loable labor que siempre dan al distrito de Boquete. Gracias por el apoyo. Nosotros como alcaldía estamos muy orgullosos de tener personas como ustedes en nuestro distrito, que durante toda la vida han brindado mucho a este distrito Boquete, que es la casa de todos, la casa de todos. Y bueno, agradecer al equipo de la alcaldía, a los honorables representantes, la honorable Aide que está aquí, al honorable Jesús de Jaramillo. Gracias por estar aquí, a todo el equipo que nos invitó para este gran evento conmemorativo a la familia Peterson. Dios los bendiga siempre, nos dé sabiduría para seguir trabajando en equipo, porque eso es lo que tenemos que buscar. Siempre la sabiduría de Dios y el trabajo en equipo para seguir adelante y llevar a Boquete al lugar. Muchas gracias.
Viva Boquete!
Viva!
Okay, now it's my great honor to introduce the president of the Fundación, Rico Choi, who I just have to say, always calm, always tranquil, and a delight to work with.
Muchas gracias a todos por acompañarnos esta mañana a este acto, a este homenaje a los señores Susan y Bryce Peterson por su conducto, a su familia. Gracias especiales a Amigos del Parque por haber organizado este evento, por haber invitado a las autoridades municipales a estar presentes, porque su presencia da testimonio de que este agradecimiento se hace a nombre de toda la comunidad. trae una mente brillante, un corazón solidario. Usan un corazón solidario y una mente igual de brillante. Winston Churchill dijo que nos ganamos la vida con lo que hacemos, pero que hacemos una vida por lo que damos. ¿Cuánto ha dado la familia Peterson? Nos han dado ejemplo, nos han dado dedicación, inspiración, pero sobre todo nos han dado liderazgo. Desde motivar a un grupo de distinguidos boqueteños a formar, a organizar la Fundación Biblioteca de Boquete, hasta convencer y trabajar para que los caficultores del distrito y de Tierras Altas entendieran que el futuro estaba en el café de Boquete. ¿Cómo lo primero? Colocaron a Boquete en el mapa de Panamá como un lugar donde se valora la cultura, el arte y la educación. Como segundo, colocaron a Boquete en el mapa del mundo, que ya se conoce como el lugar donde se produce y procesa el café. Los señores Peterson han tocado muchas vidas desde que llegaron a Palmira hace medio siglo, motivando a estudiantes, a jóvenes a seguir estudiando, colaborando con la infraestructura educativa del distrito, organizando empresas, generando empleo, participando en campañas cívicas, en organizaciones sin fines de lucro. Quiero destacar a la Fundación Integración, que es la pasión de Susan. Pero su obra cumbre, sin lugar a dudas, después de su familia, lo son la biblioteca y este parque Biblioteca de Boquete. Porque aquí le han permitido a la comunidad vivir experiencias y atesorar recuerdos. ¿Qué mejor obra puede haber que una biblioteca para la mente y este parque para la mente? Muchas gracias, Fray. Muchas gracias, Susan. A nombre de la Fundación Biblioteca de Boquete, gracias por permitirnos vivir a tu lado. Gracias por tu mente. Gracias por tu vida.
We're going to hear from one more person, Penny Barrett, who's going to give just a few comments, knowing the Petersons that she had so personally for so long. Penny is a longtime resident of Boquete and probably involved in every single charitable endeavor that exists in Boquete. Every day she says, oh yeah, I do that. Oh yeah. Anyway, Penny, please.
Woo-hoo! Well, this is a great honor. And I have to say, I'm recovering from what's going around, the flu. So if I seem a little unstable, it's too much NyQuil. You know, everybody said these wonderful words about the Petersons, how generous they were and how much they contributed to Boquete. But I thought I'd take a little bit of a different tack and ask you to think back 55 years ago when a very well-settled academic family in a beautiful city moved to the third world country of Panama. You know, most of us, we thought, when we came 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, we thought it was a grand adventure. Well, think what it was 55 years ago. You know, the road to their house gives me white knuckles when I drive it. And I, in my mind, I see Susan riding a mule into town to do the grocery shopping. Well, they moved here to raise beef cattle. You didn't know that. And somewhere along the line, they switched to dairy cows, and they began to prosper. And they lived through the Noriega years, they lived through the invasion, and they prospered more. And their employees prospered, and the town prospered. And then they discovered geisha, and they really prospered. So they've shared that prosperity with our beautiful little community, and they've also paved the way for all of us who came here thinking we were doing a great, grand adventure when we came here 5 years ago. Remember, there was no El Rey, no nothing. They built the library, which many of you don't know is the only lending library in Central America. At least it was at the beginning, it may very well still be. That means that they could take a book out of the library, a brand new concept. And then they built this beautiful park. So the whole town, we're indebted to you for your generosity and for paving the way for all the rest of us.
So I also felt that to make it more interesting, I wanted to go back in time a little bit for you to understand what brought us here and why we've done what we've done. I think it began really with my father-in-law, Rudolph Peterson. He bought Hacienda La Esmeralda 58 years ago from Doña Vera Elliott. And she was a Swede for which I think he decided to buy that farm. The one that we have that we're very happy with. And his dream was actually to retire to Hacienda La Esmeralda and to have his family, his children, his grandchildren, great-grandchildren that occurred, to come and spend time here. Unfortunately, my father-in-law never retired. We were received by the Boquete community as family to all of them. We were so well received. They assisted with recommendations for farming, and they were patiently helping us learn Spanish and their customs. Over time, we began to become more and more involved in the community activities. My father-in-law had made another decision long before that affected our lives as well. In the name of his beloved wife, after she passed away, he established the Patricia Price Peterson Foundation with the intention of providing financial assistance to organizations primarily involved with education and health. Boquete was in dire need of a library. We had a tiny little building with very few books, and when our son went in to borrow a book to read, actually he was told, don't bring it back because you're the only person in town who reads English. And it was an English book. We especially needed the library because there were no books at the time, and whenever anybody came to visit us, the only thing we asked them to bring us when they came was books. So we actually had a library of our own, which we could offer to others in English if necessary. But no real action was taken about building a library until Price's sister, Linnea Bennett, who was a librarian in California, passed away, and Price was determined to build a library in her name. So with the Patricia Price Peterson funds and generous other donations of friends and community, both financially and legally, the library was built. It's now known as the Fundación Biblioteca de Boquete, the Library Foundation of Boquete. As the years passed, the library developed and flourished, and it became a valuable community asset. During this time, Price also wanted very much to establish a public park for Boquete. This property that we're on right now, which is the library park, was owned by the Serrano family, and it was not being used by them any longer, and it became available for sale. So the Library Foundation had funds enough at that point in time to be able to purchase this piece of property along the Caldera River to make a park. we invited a good friend from the States by the name of Jack Crowley, who was Dean of Architecture and City Planning, to help us determine the development of this park, which was no easy task. The entire piece of property was just tall grass, brush, and totally abandoned. So it was not an easy thing for him to do, but with his design, the cleaning and the development moved quickly with the dedication that Price, nearly every day of his life, came to look after. Tony Royal and his team, as well as many members of the community offering their planting and gardening skills. And now we have Amigos del Parque, who are supporting us greatly as well. Here's where we are today. Beautiful, clean, safe park, open to the public, free of charge, every day of the week. My father-in-law would be very happy. He would love to be here today with us and see what has been accomplished. We cannot thank all of you enough for being so generous with your time and your concern and your finances, that we hope you will continue for many, many years, because there's still a lot to do. Thank you.
Closing, let's point out what it is that we're dedicating here. There is a bench over there that's dedicated to the Peterson family in a beautiful spot overlooking this pond. And an amazing piece of, I don't know what to call it, engineering, Tony, is that plastic bag on? This very, very special surprise. And we have to thank Mark Heyer, who, comment? None of us have seen this yet.
Yes, somebody should read it.
Okay.
Can you read it?
It says, gracias, Suzanne y Price Peterson, por compartir su sueño de esta hermosa parque.
Beautiful. Thank you. I love the book.
So, bringing this whole event to a close, which I will, I'm reminded of some words by John Quincy Adams, who said, if I can read it, if your actions inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to do more, and to become more, you are a leader. And the Peterson family, Daniel, Rachel, I'm so sorry, Bryce, Susan, everybody, you are leaders. And this community is really blessed with leadership, because there are so many people doing so many important things.
Buenos días. Nuestro alcalde, aquí presente, en nombre de las autoridades locales, va a hacer entrega a la familia Peterson de una placa de reconocimiento.
Price.
Gracias.
Con mucha gratitud y profundo cariño honramos a la familia Peterson por su invaluable aporte al distrito de Boquete. Su generosidad desinteresada, su compromiso constante y su amor sincero por esta tierra han fortalecido nuestros lazos como comunidad y sembrado esperanza en los corazones de quienes más lo necesitan. Gracias por ser faro de solidaridad y ejemplo vivo de que unidos podemos construir un futuro mejor para todos. Honorable alcalde Eduardo Rodríguez, Boquete 2024-2029.
Gracias.
Gracias a ustedes. Me siento muy apreciada. Muchas gracias. Ese tiene que salir el libro también ahí.
Everybody over here?
Ay, perdón. No sabía que tenía alguien atrás, disculpe.
tried to take one.
Ah, perdón.
I agree. I guess my
Okay.
From George's son, Tammy's husband. Tammy's yeah. We've met before. Here.
The Europeans wine that we're accustomed to. It doesn't have the Europeans.
Not for me.
No, yes, but it's not.
You sound like you should be making a movie of this.
It's not even that. Let me show you what I'll show you the pictures. She wrote, when I stayed like wow. She was so bad. I was hungry and I'm only a couple of kilometers away. I spattered, I took a bite, I spattered out.
This is a beautiful place to sit and enjoy this beautiful park. In the shade, in front of the ponds, with the ducks, so many friends around. We couldn't ask for much more in our lives.